What's happening, my friends? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts, as we jump into another very exciting reaction. Camidoh has unveiled the Sugarcane remix featuring some big names. King Promise, Mayorkun, and Darkoo. Really excited to jump into this one. It's an all-star lineup. The original obviously bangs, and I'm very excited to see how this one sounds. So as always, if you are new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved with the Patreon. It's the best way to support the channel, and you also get access to exclusive content, requested reactions, and you can also vote on upcoming DJ and album listen content. So there we go. Without further ado, then, we're going to jump right into this one. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Without further ado, then, let's go. That bassline still slaps.
Sugarcane sweet, but your love is sweeter. So below juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
It does sound so sweet, man. Just a little note on the instrumental to begin with. Again, those really nice kind of broad guitar lines very much leading the way here. The subtlety and kind of tiny clicks of percussion giving this one a lot of sense of rhythm. Again, the shakers doing a fantastic job in kind of driving the tune forward, and that lead vocal, of course, sounding as clean as it comes. I'm really excited to see how all the different vocals actually sit on this one. Again, it's a very well-defined tune. It's going to be really interesting to actually see how, as the tune develops, the different vocals are kind of moved into play. There's a lot of different international link-ups with this one, obviously. King Promise, Mayorkun, Darkoo. A massive link-up, to be honest with you. Let's see how it goes. We never actually reacted to the original on this channel, so... I'm loving the bass line underneath as well. There's something very smooth about the way this one comes together. Again, the bass line underneath reminds me of a lot of kind of old school dancehall tunes. It's got this really kind of system style feel, just kind of, if that makes sense, that big sort of sounding like it's coming out of a big subwoofer sort of sound to it. Again, the overall arrangement's great. The kind of switch up in vocal styles right from the jump sounds fantastic. The overall kind of arrangement is a lot quicker than the sort of stuff we'd normally react to, but again, you can't not react to something that has this lineup, can you, realistically?
Taking it a break at me, I know the rush. Maybe if you want me, catch a rebel, my miss with me. Show me a jigger, let me see, and let me see the woman that is with. I put a couple $1,000 on your wrist. What's on your wrist? Mama, they can't touch you. I ain't never see this kind, babe. We do so kind.
See what I mean about the bass line underneath as well. You know. It just sounds like we're listening to it through a sound system. Again, the vocal switch up there, fantastic. Really cool way of doing it. Almost sounds like you're changing the record, and this is the next one kind of on the cut of the rhythm. Works really nicely. Again, tying into that kind of dancehall theme that we're seeing a lot of today, to be honest with you. But again, the actual vocal sounds really clean. Again, the harmonies we're getting on this one as well, just kind of driving the tune forward. Really powerful sounding vocals more than anything else. I'm loving the way the tune's progressing. Let's see how it goes.
I'm not just trying to get lit, cause I know some kind chicks do it for the right. Baby, make a fire you with my machine gun. 16 rounds, I be King Kong. Girlie, make a sample you my brand new song. Baby, love. Girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me. I wanna
so we're not looking at super long verses. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but it definitely sounds like the chorus block so far has gained like an extra vocal layer. Whether there's an extra vocal layer from everyone as it moves forward, I don't know, but it definitely feels like the tune is enhancing as it goes forward. Wicked first kind of introductory verse, and then obviously the first feature on there as well, sounding very clean. The energy level on this one is absolutely through the roof though, isn't it? It's proper infectious. Loving how it's going. I'm loving the progression of the tune, and again, the speed of the tune does really pull you in. It almost feels like a roller coaster ride of kind of sonic maneuverability. Really clean though. Let's see how it progresses. Love that overdub. The electronic sounds great.
Senorita, mamacita, body bad and the grace for your feature.
That's what I'm talking about. Again, these little one drops and kind of double dips that we're getting sound so clean. Again, tying into that kind of dancehall theme, just kind of allowing a little bit of space for the first line of the vocal to land. You see it in so many different sounds. You even hear it in kind of UK bassline a lot of the times. You kind of cut the drums and you just let the kind of lead element, which in this is the vocal. In something like bassline, it would be a synthesizer. You hear it in D&B with a lot of jump up as well. It's the same theory, just with different kind of instrumentation working, and the instrumentation on this is the vocal, giving it that kind of little bit of space to really land and just kind of pull you in, and then the drums come back in. It's a really cool way of kind of adding intensity to a drop. Again, sounding clean right from the jump.
Only wanna deceive on my future. No, I wanna teach your body a thing or two. If you know the things we do, this love ain't no be jump no April Fool. Yeah, count some more, you me say 5-star boomba, nyata kaba kaba miaka tamina mobe. Oh my, I need my boss, my mama. All of my guys are thugs.
It's a nice verse. And you hear that slow filtration of the instrumental in the background, slowly taking out the high end and turning it around. And again, we're now going to transition back into the chorus. What I'd really like to know is how the tune actually came together in regards to recording. I'm going to presume this was all done in separate locations. Again, there's a lot of different kind of countries involved in this. I think we've got Ghana, Nigeria, and the UK involved on the remix in particular. I don't think, with the way the tune's structured, it sounds like they're all in the same studio. The vocals all have slightly different kind of tints to them. In regards to the microphone that's been used, the kind of air in the room. These are all little things you kind of pick up on in collaborations like this. But I'm really interested to see what Darkoo does to this as it moves forward. I think we're going to get into another version of the hook, then get into Darkoo's verse, and then it will most likely be a hook to round off. But yeah, very, very good so far. Everyone's brought the energy. That's definitely true. The energy levels are very, very high.
Me if you wanna give it up, but drop much for your love. All of the guys they want you, but they don't know that I got you. And they never been where we been from. Cause you're my obsession. When I put you in a right skirt, shawty come and ride in my backseat. Would you tell me what you want, what you fancy? Waiting on my ride like a taxi. I wanna be with you.
There we go. Nice transition as well between the different verses. You know what? For a longer tune, I would have actually liked to have heard a little bit more differentiation in the instrumental. That's me personally. And I know it's a remix, so you're trying to keep the same themes, but I feel when you're kind of putting together a 4-minute remix of a tune, you may as well experiment a bit with the melodies. You may as well go back into the project and add a few different things. To me, this sounds like there's an element of looping going on. It definitely sounds like there's a lot being crammed in, and again, it's a 4-minute tune and we've got 4 artists on the tune, so that gives everyone a minute, including hooks and stuff like that, so it does make sense time-wise. I don't know, I'd have just liked to have heard the instrumental kind of expand a little bit, kind of add an extra kind of direction to what's going on. The verses have all fitted really, really nicely, but I feel if you kind of added a bit of a switch up, rather than just the sort of one drop, add an actual switch up, maybe an additional melody underneath, a new piece of instrumentation, that could have taken this to the next level.
But you know they got enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I got the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you gon' go so. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you gon' go so. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, gon' go so. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you gon' go so.
I suppose now we have got that violin kind of arriving. That does kind of do that sort of thing that I was talking about differentiating between the kind of, I suppose, somewhat monotony of the instrumental just kind of looping. You don't want that kind of feeling. You want to be adding new elements in, and this kind of violin sound towards the end of the tune has definitely added that final switch up that I definitely feel it needed. Overall, this is solid, though. I feel like the vocals that have come in have kind of done a job, but I feel they're almost too similar to the original instrumental. It doesn't feel like it goes in as wild a direction as you'd assume it would go with these 3 different artists from different countries getting involved. I would kind of preferred something a little bit more out there. And again, I'm not trying to hate. I always try to find the positives on this channel. For me, though, it just falls a little bit flat. It feels a little bit like a remix for remix sake. It doesn't feel like anyone had an idea to do a remix. They just kind of went, okay, we're going to do a remix, who should we get involved? And they just kind of delivered verses that made sense for the original rather than pushing the boat out. Again, let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. We're going to push on. Just a a little note on the percussion on this one as well. Really nice kind of hearing that expansion towards the end, a few additional kind of percussive rolls, just expanding the original sort of drum sections as well. But yeah, the original tune, as you can see there, is 2 minutes 45. This is 4 minutes and 8 seconds. For me, it probably dragged on a little bit too long. Often with remixes, you don't need to throw 3 extra people on it if you're not going to go in a different direction again. I'm not meaning to sound negative. It's just for me, when I see this kind of lineup, I'm expecting to kind of go to a different planet entirely. And I feel this one does fall a little bit flat. But again, let me know in the comments down below. We'll let it run through to the end and then give you our final breakdown on this one.
It's a delicate on the mix.
There we go, a nice little kind of horn line towards the end to round things off. Just a little kind of additional splash of sonic colour. But there we go. Camidoh, this one, the official Sugarcane remix featuring King Promise, Mayorkun and Darkoo. For me, fell a little bit flat, if I'm being entirely honest with you. I don't mean to be negative. I never try to be negative about tunes. I always try to find the positives, and there are a lot of positives about this. But for me, the actual vocals that came through all sounded a little bit samey. It didn't really feel like the tune was going in any other direction, which I want to hear on a remix. I just feel like all the vocals kind of did the exact same thing. Really energetic start and then just kind of tapered off a little bit back into the hook. I'd have liked to have heard a little bit more direction, maybe a bit more spacing. And I definitely don't think the tune needs to be 4 minutes and 8 seconds long. So yeah, that's my honest opinion on this one. Again, never trying to hate, but do let me know what you think about this one in the comments section down below. Keen to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. And yeah, we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a good one, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.